Hello and welcome to ESC 175. I am Bob Polis. I am the lecturer for this course. Down there in the lower right part of the screen is my email. Feel free to reach out to me at any time with any question you have on this course. If you're watching this video, then you have found the Niagara University Physics YouTube channel. My plan is that all of the lectures for ESC 175 will be uploaded to this YouTube channel so you could watch them at any time at your leisure. In a course, people often wonder, how are we going to be graded? So right now, I'm thinking the grading scheme is going to be broken down something like this. Homework and quizzes will count for 35% of the final course grade, and the lowest homework or quiz score will be dropped and will not be calculated in the final homework quiz score calculation at the end of the semester. The reason for that is life sometimes happens. You always have that day where you just sleep like crap, or you have a really hard exam that you spend all your time studying for, or a big paper due, or your buddy texts you and says, hey, there's a fist fight breaking out in the art museum, come watch it. These things happen in life, and so I don't want to punish you for that. I want this course to be interesting and captivating for you and hopefully exciting. So the homework and quizzes will account for the majority of the final course grade. The midterm and final exam will be 15 and 30% of the course grade. Don't let the word exam scare you. This course, I realize most of you are not science majors, so if you are a semi-lukewarm body in this course, you should be just fine. The exams will just cover the really big ideas from this course. And then I'm thinking I will assign 2 papers during the semester. The papers will not be long. They'll only be about 3 or 4 pages each. And that is roughly an estimate for the level of detail I'll look for you to go into for what you're writing about. And for the papers, as long as you stay on topic and write factual information, as long as you are honest with citing your sources and not plagiarizing, the papers will be just fine. I'm not an English professor. I'm not going to really be very strict on things like proper grammar and proper dictation and proper whatever formatting. As long as you're honest, staying on topic, the papers, from my point of view, I want those papers to be a very easy way for you to get lots of points to help your course grade out. Now, this grading scheme I am giving you is just the grading scheme I'm considering at the time of this recording right now in the middle of summer. The grading scheme above might change between now and the start of the fall 2020 semester. I would say check the syllabus on Canvas, or feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions on what the grading scheme really is going to be. But I did want to take a moment to explain what I'm thinking with regards to homework and quizzes. The lowest one dropped. Don't be scared about exams and papers. I want you to do well. I realize you're not science majors, and I'm here to give you an interesting, exciting course, not here to nitpick and really make your life miserable. Textbooks. Who doesn't love spending thousands of dollars on textbooks? So I want to devote a slide to specifically talking about the textbook for this course. Officially, I listed the required textbook for this course as Horizons by Seeds and Backman 14th edition. Now, if you choose to purchase First Day Complete, what that is you spend one flat fee. You spend, I think it's $200. I don't remember off the top of my head. But if you pay this one-time flat fee, you receive all of your required textbooks for all of your courses in electronic form. So I don't know, I assume you receive a code that gives you access to the ebooks for all of your courses. And for many people, that'll probably be a good deal. One flat fee, about the cost of one textbook, you get all the textbooks. So if you purchase First Day Complete, you already get a copy of Horizons Exploring the Universe, and you're done. Great. What if you do not purchase First Day Complete? Well, if you don't purchase First Day Complete, you could rent an e-text of Horizons directly from the publisher for around $25 to $30 for the semester. That should be good enough. If you want to buy a paperback copy of Horizon, you're looking at spending around $175. So in my opinion, that price is just absolutely outrageous and a complete ripoff. Now, these prices I'm mentioning above are estimates. I did not look recently at what they exactly are, so don't quote me on them. They're just an estimate. What if you don't purchase First Day Complete? What if you don't want to spend $175 on a paperback copy of Horizons? Do you have any other options? You absolutely do. If you reach out to me, I can give you a free PDF of an open source astronomy textbook. So I would send you a link where you could download a free copy of an astronomy textbook. Now, this free textbook is not quite as nicely written as Horizons. The pictures in Horizons are nicer than this other free textbook, but this textbook is free and that's pretty awesome. And in my opinion, for what we're going to do for a one semester gen ed course, this book will be perfectly sufficient for what we're doing. If you get First Day Complete, then by all means, use the Horizons book. It's better written, but it's not that much better to justify the $175 price tag. Another option could be buying an older edition of Horizons or an older edition of another astronomy textbook, such as Neil Common's Discovering the Universe. And if you could find an older edition from some online retailer, that will be good enough for what we're going to do. You should have some form of a textbook for this course. The material I consider most important, I'm going to be emphasizing in the PowerPoint slides, but it's good to have a book. I just don't want to see you waste $175 on a one semester gen ed course. In my opinion, that's a complete ripoff and a scam. So if you have First Day Complete, use it. You get Horizons. If you don't, I think it's best to either get a free book or a cheap version of some astronomy textbook from a few editions previous. But ultimately, what you do with your textbooks and how you spend your money is up to you. Now, what about office hours? If you have any question, if you want me to email me a draft of your paper to look it over. I don't mind looking it over. If you have any questions on homework, that's fine. Right now, I'll just say for office hours, check the syllabus that's going to be sent out to everyone and going to be posted on Canvas. And I'll detail office hours, what they're going to look like for fall 2020 semester. The university requires that I officially offer 6 hours of office hours a week, but as long as I'm not teaching, I can often be very flexible with regard to those office hours. For the exams, traditionally, in previous courses, I would have said I demand attendance at all of my exams. And if you cannot attend an exam for a legitimate reason, like a major emergency or significant illness, I would have required proper documentation. I would have required being informed immediately, so on and so forth. I'm going to address this a bit on the next slide. I intentionally did not list the midterm exam on the syllabus. The reason for that is I would rather just have the flexibility to be able to say, after I feel we cover enough material to write an exam, then I'll say, okay, we're going to have a midterm exam at some point. I'll ask you guys what date you would like to have the midterm on. We have to have it at some point. But I realize you are taking other courses. If you have some major exams, major papers, and so on that are coming up with deadlines, then I don't mind moving the midterm date around to help you out. I want to see you do well in this course. I want to see you do well in all of your courses. So we could have a discussion. I can be flexible with regard to what date I give a midterm exam on. Now, I do have 26 people right now registered for this course. I cannot promise that I will be able to give you your first or second choice of a midterm exam day. At the end of the day, the midterm date might end up being inconvenient for you, but as much as possible, I will try to help out as many people as possible. Now, for this course, I want to say, if you are feeling ill, even if you think it's just the common cold or something very benign, please do not come to lecture. If you appear sick with anything, I'm going to kick you out. If you are in lecture in person, I will expect you to wear your mask properly. That means covering both your mouth and your nose. I will expect physical distancing, all those good health practices that you're going to hear a lot about. All of the lectures for this course are recorded and uploaded to the Niagara University Physics channel on YouTube. The playlist is ESC 175. And the reason a big part of the reason why I'm doing this is if a student is sick, I feel they will often feel pressure to attend lecture anyway out of fear of falling behind. Now, I want to remove a lot of that fear of falling behind, and one way to do that is by posting the lectures online. If you're feeling ill, then you could just watch the lecture from afar and without having to come by and interact with other people. Now, finally, I want to close by saying I really can't read your mind. I want this course to be interesting and exciting for you. But there are other things in life going on right now, and COVID might have a lot of people stressed out. So if there's anything in your life that is affecting your ability to be at your best, whether it's academically through other courses, personally, financially, if you're working to pay rent for your apartment and your work schedule is causing you to be up really late and then you're losing sleep and having trouble getting your homework done, if you have concerns about your health or a loved one, you are absolutely welcome to reach out to me with anything. You do not have to tell me exactly what's going on. You could just be as vague as, right now I have some distractions going on in life. And just say whatever's comfortable with you. You could even lie to me if you think if you're not comfortable telling the truth. You're not alone in your academic career. I want to see you succeed. I want to see you get something out of this course. And to a certain degree, I have the ability to be flexible with regard to this course. If you're finding it very difficult to sleep because your job is keeping you up late, I can move some deadlines for homework around. But as I said before, I can't read your mind. I don't know what's going on in your life. So I would love to help you out if I can. Just reach out to me. You could be as vague or as specific as you are comfortable with. I can move stuff around to help you be at your best, which is what I want to see. So, what should you expect this semester? If you hear of mathing and sciencing, is this kind of what comes to mind or what it feels like? In this course, you're going to encounter a little bit of math. I shouldn't even have written some math here. I should have said a little bit of math. Now, this discussion is especially directed towards the people who, when they hear math, their first instinct is to curl up into a ball and just start rocking back and forth, whimpering to themselves pathetically. If you're fearful of working with math, don't worry about it. I'm here to help you, and I will take you through this. So, number one, if you want some help reviewing the math that we're going to use in this course, please don't be shy. Like I said before, I can't read your mind. I don't know what you're thinking. I don't know what your experience with math is. So if you want any help at all, I will just speak up. I'll help you review, either in office hours or during lecture is fine as well. Number two, I'm going to review the math that we use in lecture as we encounter it. So in your notes, you will have worked example problems of what you're going to see elsewhere. And finally, if you are willing to make the time to just speak up, come to me, do something, I'll work with you. I'll be stubborn to the point where after we are done speaking, you will be more comfortable with the math that we're working with than before we started a discussion on reviewing some of the background mathematics. And finally, as I said before, I really mean there is not going to be a lot of math in this course. There's going to be a little bit, but not much at all. So hypothetically, if you were to skip everything involving math in this course, your grade still could be just absolutely fine. I don't want you to worry about this. So to close this video, my second last slide is this quote that I found that I really liked. Physics is nothing but the ABCs. Now physics, I feel physics, rules of physics, laws of nature, the way nature works, all these ideas I think are interchangeable. Nature is an equation with an unknown, a Hebrew word which is written only with consonants to which reason has to add the dots. So in the next video on the ESC 175 playlist on the YouTube channel is Eric Chien's 2018 FISM Grand Prix of Magic Act. Now, FISM is I don't know anything about magic. I guess it's some society of magicians. And every 3 years they have a world championship of magic. And this is the magical act. This guy won the championship in close-up magic. So I'm going to have you watch this video. There is no dialogue in this video, but after a while, at first you'll be kind of confused because there's no dialogue, but after watching the video, you'll be able to figure out what's going on. And then after watching this video, which is next in the YouTube playlist, we'll come back to this course and we'll connect what he does here with what we're doing in astronomy.